We all are aware about the barter system, which used to happen during the ancient times. You give one entity and in return you receive one entity. One of the examples of it is the T-horse road. And what is the India-China connect to it? That is what we will be looking today. Hello and welcome to the in-depth series section of Drishti IAS. I'm Aisha, and in today's episode we will be talking about the historic ancient trade route that is popularly known as the T-horse trade route. And this T-horse trade route is also a connecting link between China and India. So let us first of all look at the points of discussion. First we will be looking at the news. Then what is T-horse road or about its importance and how the T-horse route declined, and in the end the prelims MCQ. Topic is of relevance from General Studies paper 1, that is history. News talks about the historic T-horse road connecting India and China through Tibet. Now this T-horse road, so as the term itself is saying T horse and it's a road. Now imagine this is India, this is China, and India and China are connected by a route, and on this route the trade of tea and horse is taking place. And this is not only between India and China, this is also a trade route through which the trade from China reaches Asian countries and also the European countries. So we will be looking at the map also of it. So before moving forward, Drishti IAS Mukherjee Nagar classes has now moved to Noida, and the admissions are open for both English medium and Hindi medium for the IAS GS Foundation course covering both prelims and mains in offline center. So if you want to be taught by the best faculties and need the expert guidance, then this is the right opportunity for you. In case of any query, give us a call at 87501 and you can also download the Drishti Learning app. So recently what has happened is China's ambassador to India has tweeted about the ancient and historic T-horse trade route which used to take place between the Asian countries and also the Asian trade reaching the European countries, and specifically it used to happen between India and China. So the historic T-horse road, which spanned more than 2000 kilometers and connected China to India via Tibet. So the ancient T-horse road witnesses the exchanges and interaction between China and India through the long river of history, although not as well known as the Silk Road. Now Silk Road is very famous with regard to trade. So the T-horse road is not that famous, but it is very historic with regard to the role it has played in making trade very famous and also increasing the trade on the global level, which linked China and Europe. The T-horse road was a crucial commercial pathway for centuries. Then the tea from across China was transported to Tibet, and then it also shipped to Kolkata via the Himalayan passes, and then it also went on to Europe and Asia on a massive scale. So what used to happen is, this is China, this is India, this is other Asian countries, and this is Europe. Now the tea which used to be produced in China was a very famous product of China, that is tea. So from China the tea used to reach India through passing through the Tibet, and then it used to be distributed in India, and then from India it used to pass on to the other Asian countries and also to the Central Asian countries, and then it also used to pass to Europe. So this is how the global trade used to happen via the T-horse route, and this is how the commercial trade also became famous and also expanded. Now about the T-horse road. So it was not a single road, it was a network of roads. So it was not a single road but a network of branching paths that began in the southwest China and ended in the Indian subcontinent. Now look at this map. So this is Bangladesh, this is the map of India, this is Bhutan, this is Sikkim, this is Nepal, and this is China. So it started, or it used to take place at the southern side of China. And then the two main pathways passed through cities like Dali and Lijiang in the Yunnan province of China. Now look at this map. This is Dali and this is Lijiang, and this whole province, this area is Yunnan. That is Yunnan province of China. So it is not that this is just a single road. There were many roads which was connecting under it. Then and reached Lhasa in Tibet before entering the Indian subcontinent, where they branched into present-day India, Nepal and Bangladesh. Now see, this is from Lijiang, reached Dali, then to Kamdo, then reaching to Lhasa in Tibet, and then entering into India, also passing on to Nepal, Bangladesh, Bhutan. So through one route, the branches also expanded into other countries. Then these routes were perilous to travel on. It was difficult to travel on because it has to pass through different terrains. It passed through Himalayas. It also passed through the arid and the semi-arid conditions. Then passed through difficult terrain and reached an elevation of up to 10,000 feet. So the heights was also there, especially when passing through the Himalayan passes. Then the origin of the tea horse route, it was during the rule of the Tang dynasty in China during the time of 618 to 907 CE. Then products which used to move from the horse tea route was sugar, textile, rice, noodles. It was transported from the southwestern China to Tibet and India, while horses, leather, Tibetan gold, saffron and other medicine herbs, it went to China. So things or products came from China and also went to China. And then the Song dynasty during the time of 1960 to 1279 CE, over time the trade focused on teas and horses. So there were many products which used to pass from one place to another place, but it became famous because of the tea and horses. Now what happened was, this is China and this is Asian countries. Now China, the production of tea was very famous, but horses was not present in China, and horses at that point of time was a major mode of transportation. But horses was present in the other Asian countries, but tea was not present in the other Asian countries. So what happened was, the Asian people, apart from China, the other Asian countries, people, they liked having tea because it was considered to be a hot beverage and people enjoyed having tea. So the other Asian countries, horses used to go to China, and in exchange of horses from China, tea used to come to the other Asian countries from where the horses were transported to China. And this, the route which was followed for the transaction, or you can say the exchange, was the tea horse route. And that is why over a period of time, this trade became very famous, and the route was also popularly known as the tea horse route. Then traders would also use the route to deal in other goods apart from the tea and horses and all the other products, and not necessarily covering the entire trail of South Asia all the times. So it can be between China and one of the South Asian countries, or China or few other of the South Asian countries. Now what was the importance of this route? Demand for tea among the Tibetan nomads and the other Asian countries increased. It was a hot beverage in a cold climate, and horses was considered to be vital military resource and a means of transportation. Then Central plains of China did not produce horses, meaning that they had to be imported from the neighboring Asian countries. Tea and horses exchange market took place, and that is why this route was also known as the tea horse route. So during the time of the 10th century, official facilities were established along the border countries in China to control and supervise the trade, because the route was so busy in nature. And with the rise and fall of kingdoms, trade ebbed and flowed over the next few centuries. As the kingdoms was coming and going, So slowly and gradually, as the infrastructure also improved, so this route of tea horse trade route, it started to decline. Tea was pressed together and packed into bricks, which was a form of packing that remains popular to date and was akin to currency in medieval times. Now, how the decline of the tea horse route took place. So during the time of 1912, as the time of the Qing dynasty came to an end, the horse tea road would continue to remain significant, and through the road, new techniques and goods were brought to the less developed mountainous regions of Yunnan. Now China, now being in greater contact with the world market, Yunnan tea industry rapidly expanded. But then came the period of the World War II, and the road played a significant role in transporting supplies to the frontline battlefield in China. And during this time, Japan controlled a lot of things which was happening in China, and that is when the importance of the infrastructure and the road was realized. And then the upcoming generations and the upcoming governments in China started to focus more on the development. And as the development of infrastructure started to took place, more and more prominent role was played by the infrastructure. So the decline of the tea horse route took place. Establishment of the People's Republic in the year 1949, the tea horse road witnessed a gradual decline. Then roads were paved and modern construction was undertaken, and that is when the decline of the tea horse route started to happen. And during the time, or during a course of period, it became very less prominent. And Lijiang, which was one of the cities that we saw and which was one of the places which came under the Yunnan province, became a UNESCO World Heritage Site in the year 1997. So this was about the tea horse industry. So you can write it in example also, because this can work as that the connecting link or the cultural connecting link between India and China. And now in the end, the prelims MCQ, and like always, you people need to tell me the answer in the comment section. So the Lijiang became a UNESCO World Heritage Site in which year? 1997, 1998, 1999 or 2000? So give me the answer in the comment section. And that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Till we meet next time, keep reading, keep writing, and keep subscribing to the channel. Thank you.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.